Oh, hey guys! Welcome to HuneyFire Week here on the Boston Chris Show. I am your host, Boston Chris, and we are super excited to chat with Cheaza and Marriana of HuneyFire this week on the show. And what a phenomenal story we have to tell today. But before we get into it with the ladies, I have some homework for y'all out there. I need y'all to hit that like button right now. Hit it, smash it, do what you got to do with it. Just make sure it lights up there on your page. And of course, if you like this episode that much and you'd like to see more in-depth, candid conversations and more music-related content, you can, of course, hit subscribe or follow wherever you are. And if you enjoyed the episode, comment down below your favorite part of the episode. But let me tell you a little bit about HuneyFire. The legacy of HuneyFire's family musical history courses through their bloodlines and career arc of the dynamic new mother-daughter Afro-Latina country duo HuneyFire. Mother, Cheaza Figueroa, grew up following in the footsteps of a big-time show business entertainer. Her mother, Stonye Figueroa, a.k.a. Barbara Cook, was an integral part of the legendary Ikettes, the electrifying backing vocalists and dancers for the Ike and Tina Turner Revue. Among other dizzying career accolades, Stonye was part of the group's powerhouse historic performance of Proud Mary, captured in their debut appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show in 1971. She grew up under the musical influences of her mother and Tina and Whitney and so many others, and we talked about that as part of the episode today. And the Spitfire that Stonye Figueroa was in leading this generational cascade of talent that would come after her. Daughter Marriana Navarez Barlow also claims musical royalty in her bloodline. Her father Alfred is a founding member of the pop vocal group All for One, best known for their mega hits I Swear, So Much in Love, and I Can Love You Like That. I draw musical inspiration from Miranda Lambert, Maren Morris, Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus, Paramore, and Caitlin Smith, among others, she states. The inspirations and influences for each of the two artists present today in this episode are very similar, although they are a generation apart. It's such an interesting story. I'm so happy and honored to have HuneyFire here on the show this week. I can't wait to show you guys a really candid conversation, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get into it right now.
It's time to jam. It's time to mingle. It's time to see what everyone's drinking. It's time to jam. It's time to mingle. It's time to see what everyone's drinking. Until we all lose connection.
Hey everybody, this is Brandon Ryder, and you're tuning in to the Boston Chris Show.
All right, hey guys, welcome to another awesome episode of the Boston Chris podcast. This one has been a long time coming, and I'm so excited to finally have you all here. We have HuneyFire on the show this week, and
Hello.
so Cliff and I
Hi.
started talking about doing this in June of last year, 2024. And
Wow.
yeah, so now it is September of 2025. So just to let you guys know how long I've wanted to do this. And so before we get started, I first want to say congratulations on the baby.
Thank you.
We are
Thank
completely
you.
on the baby's timeline today, so we will interview as long as the baby allows us to.
Yeah.
And I know how that is. You sleep when they sleep. You eat when they eat. Completely understand.
Exactly.
You're always on their schedule and not your own.
100%.
Yeah. Man, y'all's story is so interesting to me, and I can't wait to get into it with y'all. But before we do, I have an icebreaker question. What are y'all's favorite drinks right now?
Ooh. My goodness. Coffee.
I'm gonna have to agree. Yeah, she
Yeah.
introduced me to the coffee company.
Oh, Better Buzz.
Better
You're on,
Buzz.
it's based in San Diego, and they came out here to Vegas, and they're so good.
Better Buzz. So I've kind of gone from Starbucks to Better Buzz because
Yeah.
of her. But when it's not coffee for me, it's like ginger tea or cranberry juice, no ice.
Yeah, and you
My
guys have to
daughter's
be awake
just-
for completely different reasons. Her being a new mom, and you're a flight
Yeah.
attendant. So, like,
No, I'm not a flight attendant. I travel singing around the world.
oh,
I wrote a show, and I
why
traveled
did
that
I
tour.
think you were a flight attendant?
Because I fly so much. That's why.
Okay. I apologize. I did not know
That's
that.
okay. Don't apologize. Flight attendants are cool.
Yeah. That's
No,
that's actually
I-
much cooler though.
listen. Hey, I wouldn't mind being a flight attendant. I actually fly so much I can do what the flight attendants do. So
Yeah.
you're not too far off.
That's so
Come
funny.
on. Exactly.
So I imagine you guys have a very similar origin story because Cheaza is a second generation musician and Marriana is a third generation, but Marriana got it from both sides of her family, her mom and dad. So you guys probably lived the same existence almost growing up, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
A little different, but I would say so. Yeah.
Mhm.
My mom was a singer, and I grew up just seeing all of that, being around different bands, Charlie Wilson and the Gap Band,
Yeah.
Lakeside. Just the list goes on and on. And in the likes of Mary Jane Girls, Tina Marie, Rick James. My mom did his hair. And it's kind of the same for her because her father obviously is a singer in All
Yeah.
for One. And
Mhm.
she's been around so many different people from Stevie Wonder on up, just
Yeah.
so many different people.
Yep.
Um,
I had similar background.
Yeah.
My dad and my mom brought me around a bunch of different
yeah,
acts and entertainers
Yeah.
and wisdom when it comes to that world.
Mhm.
And then I went off in my 20s and went into like the TV world and worked
Mhm.
on every live audience show you could probably think of. And
Yeah.
that
American Idol.
American Idol, Dancing with the Stars, American Ninja Warrior, that one was fun. So yeah, we've both been exposed to
Yeah.
a pretty great world.
So I
Yeah.
imagine having lived those lives as young people, like people,
Yeah.
like famous people, celebrity just doesn't probably impress you as much as most people would, right? Like, do you still get excited when you meet somebody kind of crazy famous?
There are people.
There's someone.
There are people.
There's someone for
I
her.
would say that it's not exciting.
Yeah,
She definitely has someone. When you said that, yeah. Definitely. Because when I was a teen, it was Janet Jackson for me.
Sure.
You couldn't tell me anything. It was Janet Jackson and Shania Twain. Like, you couldn't tell me anything. That was just like
I
my.
feel like anybody
You know?
we meet, I have a lot of respect for what they do.
Yeah.
yeah.
It may not be like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, kiss your feet type
Yeah,
situation,
we have I'll go Google over this person if I seen them and they won't know it.
Right.
So,
I think that's the
Yeah.
worst thing, right?
Yeah.
Like letting them know it, right? Like, cause like,
Yeah.
I would try to keep my cool if I met Shania Twain and Dolly Parton.
yeah,
My one of my biggest was Whitney Houston.
yeah,
Sure.
I
Got a chance to meet her.
I couldn't.
Did
keep my
you?
cool
Well, that's
forever
what's up.
with Demi Lovato.
Yeah. If she ever met Demi Lovato, what'd you say?
I said I couldn't keep my cool.
I think we all have that one, right? That we would just
Yeah,
lose our
we
minds,
do.
and I think we probably have more than one for each of us. But
Yeah.
you just mentioned something that really stuck out to me, Cheaza, and that's Janet Jackson, Shania Twain, and
Yes.
I think HuneyFire is the result
The
of that.
blend.
I mean, that's who
Yeah.
you guys are.
I agree. That is wow.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Like, that's crazy you picked up on it because I never really thought about that, but it is like
Mm-hmm.
I think of us in country music, and I say us because there's not very many that look like us.
There's not.
Before when
Yeah.
I was young, that's what detoured me. But now that you say that, that was my life. It was Shania, Leanne Rimes, so many groups back then that I looked up to, along with Whitney Houston, Shaka Khan. So the genres were just eclectic for me.
Yeah, I
My
love
mom
that.
handed me- Yeah,
So-
she handed me everything.
You mentioned something, like there's not really anybody in the genre when you're growing up that looks like you. So
There wasn't really,
right.
no.
There's probably not a whole lot of I can do that, right? Because everybody's different
No.
than what you look like, but you're still being
Absolutely.
influenced by that. So how is that like
Yeah.
permeating for you, getting to you, the Leanne Rimes, the Shania Twain, that stuff?
You know what? I love music.
Sure.
I remember my mom used to look at me and she would say, listen, if you love singing it, sing it. And that's just how I was raised. I was raised on R&B, I was raised on soul, and I was raised on country and rock and roll.
Yeah.
So our music can deflect all of that at some point in our career, you know.
Yeah.
I was singing country music when I was 12 years old. Needless to say, little to say here, a gentleman that I was singing with, I almost had a record deal at 13 in country music.
Wow.
This gentleman ended up passing away, and all of that kind of just fell underneath the rug. But back then, it was a little scary to not see others that look like me
Yeah.
in country music. And it just kind of, there were a few things that were said back then
Sure. Oh yeah.
that were extremely harsh for a child, and it just made me go, I don't want to do this anymore.
And that's what I was going to say with that 13-year-old possible
Oh,
record
yeah.
deal. There's literally
Yes.
nobody in the genre at
No
any
one
age.
at the age. No,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
So
Not
that's
back
going to
then.
be
So
terrifying, right? As a kid.
it was terrifying actually when I began to experience what people were saying at 13.
Yeah.
And I just looked at my mom and I said, I don't want to do it anymore. But I'm happy that that was water under a bridge. And now, you know, times are different. And her and I just kind of said, you know what, we both are singing. She was working on some country stuff. I was working on some country stuff. We just put it together and made it HuneyFire. You know, I've done it. I've done quite a bit in my career. She's done quite a bit in her
Yeah.
career. And we just said, let's do this next chapter together. Why not?
Well, it's
You know?
badass, and I love the
Thank
fact
you.
that you guys are different, unique, and not just in a racial aspect, right?
Thank you so much.
Of course. How much impact did your mom being in the business help you kind of navigate those terrifying years of, not looking like anybody in the genre, perhaps getting a record deal in the country genre at 13? Did your mom's representation within the business really help you navigate those years?
My mother was everything.
Yeah.
When I would not know how to navigate contracts. I wouldn't know how to navigate energies. I wouldn't know how to navigate being backstage, studio sessions. My mother taught me from A to Z how to function, how to navigate my way through this business. Everything that I am today is because of my mom. And I give her all the credit when it comes to me looking up to someone. She was everything. I watched her do it from a small child. I was that kid that went with my mother to, where did we go? We went everywhere. I met Prince when I was 5 years old at the Universal Amphitheater.
Wow.
He pats me on the head, picks me up, and says, when you're older, come to me and start singing. Stuff like this. My mom showed me all of this stuff. You know, by the time I was a teenager, yeah, I was seeing the good and the bad. And she was saying, yeah, you don't do that. Oh, this right here you can do. So I just learned along the way, Lakeside, not really realizing me standing there watching Lakeside sing in the living room and Charlie Wilson and the Gap Band. I'm watching them sing,
Yeah.
but it's molding what I am.
It's normalizing
So
everything for you.
yes, it really did. It really did. And just to have that, she functions and moves and operates in a way that I did.
Of course,
as a child
yeah.
because-
And don't worry,
Yeah,
we're going
so-
to get to you, Mariana. Don't think I'm just
Yeah.
focusing on your mom. You're part of the story, too, that I have here. But trust me, this is a very circular interview. You guys are going to really think this is dope by the time we're done.
Love it.
I just want to let folks know who may not know, your mom was Stonye Figueroa, otherwise known as
Yes.
Barbara Cook of the Ikettes. So people will
Yes.
know the name of who we are talking about. And the woman deserves a lot of flowers, not just because of your story and where y'all came from, but she was amazing. I looked her up. She was really, really amazing in the business and a great singer, of course. So talking about Mariana, now Mariana is a third generation musician.
Yep.
She's got her mom right here with her, but her dad, as mentioned, was Alfred Navarez from All for One. So now you're even more. I feel like you have even more bravery than your mom and your grandmother before you, because you are multiracial at this point, right? So
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
not just non-white, but you're also black and Hispanic, and you're
Yes.
also in the same genre. So how much of that courage is passed down to you? How much of that have you learned from your mom and your grandmother before you?
Well, a lot of morals come into play when you're born already into it.
Yeah.
There's a certain comfort I think I have with it as well. I'm very comfortable in the environment to where sticks and stones are very tiny
Yeah,
for me.
I love that,
It's
man.
just, it's kind of like being in school with everybody is the best analogy I can put. And you just have to hold yourself
Yeah.
to your morals, and that's how I've been able to navigate and speak with your chest and walk how you walk.
Golly, let's go. Heck yes.
And trust me, she might be short, but
Oh
this
man,
girl.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. So your mom, she grew up looking at the genre, looking at the world around her musically, and not seeing anybody like herself. For you, you can see what your
It's
mom
different.
has done. Your mom has
Yeah.
kind of broken that ceiling for you. So that's kind of a different thing, right? I mean, I imagine there's a lot of admiration for your mom, right?
Yes, there is. There's a ton of admiration for my mom. Uh, One of the biggest points now, she grew up in a different era
Sure.
of people.
Yeah.
I grew up in like Taylor Swift and
Mhm.
all the Jonas Brothers and Miranda Lambert. And I know Shania Twain from when I was like 5. That is burned into my brain. Dolly Parton. So I grew up with to me, the old and the new.
Sure.
And
Same way your
it's
mom was,
different.
by the way. Same way your mom
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
And it has definitely given me a lot of admiration when it comes to how she's helped me navigate that world, along with my grandmother, she's my grandmother, so she's not as like hands on, but she supported the both of us. And my mom taught me definitely how to be around people, how to speak for what I want when it comes to my art, when it comes to what I need, when it comes to contracts, how to look at things, how to say no sometimes too
Yeah.
for myself.
Yeah, there's a lot of
And-
generational lessons here, right? Because of, your grandmother grew up in a certain time, your mother grew up in a certain time, and now, even now, you are growing up in a different generation, learning
Yeah.
your own lessons that come with 21st century
Yeah.
music, like DIY
Yeah.
and the waterfalling effect and all of this other stuff that's coming out in music now. That multi-generational, like, having that as a tool in your toolbox is got to be insane, right?
No, it is insane. I not just like that side in the Vegas where I grew up in Vegas.
Yeah.
She had a show that she headlined, and I basically slept in the backstage sometimes because I didn't really want to go to a friend's house. I wanted to be with my mom and do
Yeah.
things and meet her friends. Her friends just happened to be a little more well known, and
Yeah.
that was my world. And then my dad's side is very different because it's the R&B world. They're very laid back. They're very family oriented. So that's what I grew up with when it came to my dad. Is everybody is very welcoming and homey. The country world I've found is actually similar in my generation of things. Everyone that we've met have actually been very welcoming, very loving,
Yeah.
very helpful. Oh my gosh, it's very different
Yeah.
than the pop world that I'm used to
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, I
So
love that.
it's
And
been nice.
You've got your pluses and your minuses.
Yeah.
with it all,
absolutely.
You've got that. Yeah.
Having your mom and dad both having successful careers in music, albeit a little bit differently on that definition of success, whatever that looks like, but definitely successful. There's got to be some added pressure to you, right? Like, do you add a lot of self pressure on yourself to kind of measure up to that success that came before you?
I'll be honest, when I was younger, 100%. When I was in my adolescence, when I was a teenager, yes, I did I held myself to a higher standard.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I didn't give myself much room for error. But as I grow up, there is tons of room for error. There's so many avenues that I've seen people mess up, and it's been okay, which has actually helped me in the generation I've grown up in.
Yeah.
How much
and
how
they
much of
never
that
do
is knowing that you're on your own path, right? It's your own path.
Yeah.
It's not your mom's.
Yes.
It's not your dad's.
You're
It's not
writing
your
the story.
grandmother's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to
When I was
realize
younger,
that, right?
Yeah, and it wasn't like just my parents never put that pressure on me. It was a lot of, as a kid, like
Yeah.
15 years old, it was the people around me. So
Yeah.
many people would measure me to my parents a ton. So it definitely played a part when I was younger, but I never veered away. I just always tried to make everything stronger, my voice stronger,
Oh.
my
Let me ask you the same question to you, Cheaza, because
Yeah.
your mom was a spitfire as well in the music
Woo,
business. Yeah.
baby, baby.
Yeah. So how much pressure was there
Baby.
on you? Because I imagine you had that passion for music early on too.
Now let me look. I'm from the old school.
yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you how it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, there was pressure, and
Yes.
she made it known. Okay.
Okay.
But there was no hiding it.
Yeah.
You know, my mother was, and that is a perfect word for her. She was a spitfire.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll tell you this, I respect every drop of sweat my mother made me just create, because I would not be this if it wasn't for her putting and applying that pressure.
Mm-hmm.
That's the school she was from, Jackson 5. Come on now.
Mhm.
Look at, their father. Get in there in that living room. Get in there and do those moves. That was my life.
Yeah.
And the pressure was expected because that's what she was. She was a hustler. She got what she said she was going after. And that's what she instilled in me. Don't be lazy. If you want it, you got to get up and work and go get it. So the pressure was accountability.
Yeah.
That was the
What
pressure.
sucks about all that, man, is I hate this so much because it should be a different world. We should all be loved and accepted the way we are, regardless of who we are, how we look, and who we love,
Man.
right?
Yep.
But
Yep.
the fact of the matter was, back in those days, and even to an extent today, people of color have had to work triple as hard to get the same notice as somebody like me. And
Absolutely.
and-
Yeah.
Even to a note of that, sorry.
Yeah.
Even to a note of that, it just jogged a memory of mine. I remember my mother singing country music as well, writing her own country songs.
Okay.
And I'm trying to find them now. I would love to incorporate them in what Mariana and I do. But I remember her playing Tina's album, her country album.
Okay.
Tina had a country album that
Yep.
never got accepted
Sure did.
on radio. And who knows, those might make an appearance in this.
That's
but
what's up.
I think there's a point of that to say country music obviously is music. And that's what
Yeah.
it should stay. It's music, you know.
Do
and
you
that's
think
what my mom
that
taught
work
me.
ethic came from that fire, though, that knowing
Yes.
that she had to work
Yeah.
triple
Yeah.
as hard to be seen?
Yes, yes, yes. My mom, man, she she was a spitfire. My mom just didn't accept the word no if it was something that she saw herself doing.
Yeah.
And now that I'm older, I look back at that and I go, oh my gosh, I'm a replica of my mother. And then now
That's
her,
okay.
same thing.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm a replica of my mother. You know, I remember when people said you couldn't travel the world and sing. Now I'm traveling a Whitney Houston tribute show around the world and singing, and she gets to go and do them on cruises with me as well. We're
Yeah, see,
actually
I had
leaving
that as a note here. I don't know why I had you as a
tomorrow.
flight attendant. It says right on my notes here that
That's
you're a cruise line
hilarious. I
performer.
love it. I could be though.
Yeah.
We're actually leaving tomorrow to hop on a cruise and go.
But
sing.
how did you
So-
get into that? How did the cruise line stuff happen?
Oh man, I was in a show for almost 5 years on the Strip. After that, I went over to China and sang for a year, almost
Wow.
a year. Yeah, I went over to China and toured for a year.
Talk about looking
Um,
different, right?
Yeah. Oh, it was way different.
Yeah.
But it was such a great experience. You know, it was. I've never done business that way, so it was a way for me to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came back to the States and start cruising on cruise ships. I auditioned for Book of Mormon, the Broadway show.
Yeah.
And I remember the gentleman in Book of Mormon said, "Hey, do you have a show that we can put on cruises?" And I said, "Do you need a show?" There's my mother coming out of me again.
Yeah.
Do you need a show?
Mhm.
I said, if you need a show, I got a show. So that's just how that happened.
That's a
And I've been-
show business thing, right?
Yeah, if you
Again,
need a show,
don't
I got a
ever
show.
say no to a question,
Yeah, I
right?
never-
It's always yes and then figure it out later,
Absolutely.
right?
And I've been touring cruises since 2015.
Let's go. That's what's up. That's
Yeah,
10 years.
yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I was in a girl band doing some back then, but I've been cruising my show since 2015.
Man, that's some good
2015.
stuff. And, Mariana, you talked about kind of non-music entertainment style stuff, being in, you were in a movie, for example, in 2005. Maybe folks don't know that.
Yeah.
The hip-hop Harry Perfect Picnic.
Yes.
Say that 10
Yes.
times fast, by the way.
I'm very perfect.
It's so funny. You guys encompass the entertainment business in so many different
Yeah.
fields and aspects. Talk about that as far as helping that in your music as the project HuneyFire. All of these different experiences coming together in one project. How's that helping you guys with this?
The movie?
All of it,
Just-
just everything you guys have
Oh.
done. Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's the experience.
It's, I would say a lot of it, like the music and the art of it comes naturally, I would say. We know what we're doing. We have my grandmother, we have my momo, who has taught us everything. It's more so navigating the back end of everything.
Yeah.
That is where the wisdom and the street smarts need to come in
Golly,
with the
man.
experience.
The back end. You're so freaking smart. You know that?
Thank you.
Just the way you're putting stuff is so brilliant.
Thank you.
The question here is pretty simple. You guys started the project in 2021. It's pretty obvious to me from an outside standpoint. This should have happened a lot sooner, knowing what your
Can
backgrounds
say
are.
that louder?
So I'm assuming this was Mom's fault. So why didn't this happen a little earlier?
You know, we were singing together for years before that.
Mm-hmm.
I have a life that at the time and still now, I just traveled so much.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so much that either.
Yeah,
I was heavily working on my acting career.
she was
before
full time.
that.
Yeah.
I was heavily working on that.
Yeah.
I would be lying if I said like singing was my only passion. Acting when I was a kid, that's what I was after when
Yeah.
I was younger. I loved singing, but I was like acting. I
How
wanna
much
be
of
in a
that is just
movie.
to do something different than Mom and Dad? Carving your
Yeah,
own.
maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was heavily on that. And then I moved back from California to here. And we started talking about like me going and singing with her on like gigs, not really HuneyFire
Mhm.
type situation yet. And we did some foundation
Yeah.
stuff, some charity stuff. We did some gigging, and then we just thought of why don't we just go for it, because she had mentioned to me, you know, you sing a lot of pop, but your vocals are a lot of country.
Yeah, you love country
You
music.
love country music.
I was doing
and
a
I had
country
never
album.
thought about it
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
And I thought about it and I said, let's go.
Yeah.
You know,
And-
the country world at that time, that was what, 2019
Oh my God.
we
Your high
started
school.
talking about it. No.
Yeah. 19.
Yeah, 2019 we
19.
started talking about it, and in my world, the country world was very different.
Yeah, oh
Even
yeah.
from
Yeah.
from when I was 10 years old to when I was 21, it just changed tremendously. So I saw the opportunity for us to do it now.
Together, yeah.
And that's the other
Yeah.
big step, right? The courageous one, in my opinion, is choosing a genre. It's like, okay, look, can we find enough time to do this
Right.
duo thing? And if we
Yeah.
have enough time to do it, to really flesh it out in what it deserves, right? Having enough time
Right.
to do what it deserves, then what does it look like? Is it R&B? Is it hip hop? Is it country? Right? And so
Yeah.
there's some courageousness, a lot of courageousness in choosing that country avenue. But what I really find courageous is you didn't lose sight of your own artistic integrity and what your country music looks like, right? We talked about there being a lot of Janet Jackson in your country, and that's okay. But at the same
Yeah.
time, that's not exactly going to get the view of a lot of folks in the industry because of that amalgamation of different artists within your sound, the Janet and Shania. So how did you come to that decision? Like, you know, number one, let's do this, but let's also show people our brand of country.
You know, I'll say this. I generally, and just in a general sense, music is from the heart. So, as we even say in our song, let us tell our part, let us sing our part. I am who I am. I cannot change that, nor do I want to change that. My background, I honor that. I honor the music that I've sang in the past, that I love. I think the biggest phrase in this sentence is music that I love. I love R&B. I've sang R&B music. I've sang pop music. I'm a huge rock and roll girl.
And it should be
I
there.
Love,
Yeah.
Yes, and I love country music. So we were very fair to one another. You know, Marri knows my feel of music. I know her feel of music. And what we did is we allowed each other to write the style of country music that we love.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And we took ourselves and we injected ourselves and embraced that. I didn't change anything about myself. She didn't change anything about herself. We just brought them together and we
Amazing.
meshed
Yeah.
and we meshed them together.
And,
you know,
and that's no different than any other artist in any other genre on the planet. You just took your own
Absolutely.
influences and you put them into a baking pan and you threw it in the oven,
Yes.
and what came out was HuneyFire. And why should you be apologetic for that?
We're not at all.
Yeah.
You know, I come from Evanescence. I love Evanescence.
I was about to say that.
Yes, I'm a huge alternative rock and roll girl. So I love Mitchell Tenpenny.
Yes.
Let's go.
I'm obsessed
Yes.
with Mitchell Tenpenny.
Yeah.
Like, we gonna
No,
we gonna
no,
do
it was
it.
funny.
We gonna do a song together. So.
No, what was funny is how she had said, I'm going to touch on that. She said that we both wrote our own styles, right? And then we actually came together. We were like, this is what we've got, this is what we've got. And then we talked out how we want our sound to be
Mhm.
in our songs that we wrote. And then we found out we're actually extremely similar.
Yeah.
And that goes back to she's a copy paste of my Momo, and we have the exact same sound energy to our music, and we're
Yeah.
like, oh my god,
That's crazy. Even sometimes we didn't even know who was singing what when we listened back.
Yeah.
yeah, our tones.
Man,
are,
I'll tell
we
you,
never really-
listening to the record, it's
Yeah.
hard to tell which of you is singing.
It's just as shocking to us than it is to you,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
when we started going into the studio, I mean, we were really recording with some pretty big people in the business that's done quite a bit. And they were
Sure.
like, "Wait a minute, who's singing here? Who's
Yeah.
singing?" You know, I was like, "Oh my gosh, our tones sound just like my mom."
Mhm.
It's
Amazing
incredible.
stuff.
It's like, yeah.
You talked
it's-
about
it's-
earlier, like entering the country genre, and that everybody has been pretty accepting, and that was
Yeah.
a little bit surprising to you. Has
Yeah.
there been the opposite of that for y'all? Like, has there been pushback? Because like Beyonce's getting the
has.
shit, right? Like
There
Beyonce.
has.
There has,
But that just means we're getting somewhere.
That's the right lane, right? That just proves
that
you're doing it
is
right.
the right lane.
Yeah.
You know,
You're scared.
Yeah.
You know, I will say at the very beginning of our career, without saying any names, there was some pushback with some pretty big people. And that, literally, we looked at each other and said, we're here.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, cool
And-
story, bro.
Yeah,
What a
it's
great
cool story.
mentality,
We
because
actually-
it would be so easy to think the other way, right?
Yeah.
we wrote a song about it, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Our next song, that's what that song is about, My Country.
Ah, leading me right into it, girl. Leading me right into it. I've got that
Yeah.
September 12th. My
Yeah.
Country is coming out, the next single. It's been a minute since we've had new music from HuneyFire.
Yes.
And
And-
September 19th.
Okay?
Is a surprise version of our Spanish version. We're both Afro-Latina, so
Yeah.
we're also doing My Country in Spanish.
Well, I did not know that about you. I knew that about
Yeah.
Mariana, but okay,
yeah,
cool.
Puerto Rican.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. You look like you got Puerto Rican skin.
Some Boricua.
I dated a Puerto Rican girl in high school, so I understand.
Ah!
Yeah, that's what's up, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, the new single, September 12th, a Latino version coming out, or Spanish version on the 19th. New record also coming late this year. Is that still the ETA?
Yes, we're still releasing singles until 2026. We have
Waterfalling
some
them?
surprises in 26, so we're
We're just
excited.
hitting our feet right now. I just had
Yeah.
the baby.
Yep.
We're coming.
I'm just so happy that we were able to finally make this happen, because again, I'm a
Yeah,
fan of you
I
guys. I
know.
love your sound. I love the
Thank you.
fearlessness in what you do. And I hope you guys will never, ever let anybody take that away from you. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but
Thank you
I
so
love what
much.
y'all are doing, and thank you for
Thank
doing it,
you.
because honestly, it's a very courageous thing what y'all are doing. Seriously.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Of course.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you. I appreciate you even recognizing that.
Yeah.
It's I mean, if you're a loving human being, it's very easy to recognize, to be honest, right?
Thank
if you're
you.
just trying to be an asshole, then probably not. But
Yeah. Yeah.
anyway, I do have some fun segments. We'll try to fit these in before the baby wakes up. First one is called "Did You Know?" We'll use these as little like TikToks and stuff. And
Okay.
I just changed this to where you guys are going to get to choose your segments. So
Oh.
I used to just pick them for the artists and which ones I thought fit best. But the first
Okay.
one's called "Did You Know?" So
Okay.
can you tell us something that your fans may not know about y'all?
Oh my gosh. We're goofballs. I don't know if they really, really know that. For me, mine would be we really just are not serious. We take life really lightheartedly.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we're like trying to keep our composure, but we are really literally goofballs.
Wait, I want to give something good though. What I'm gonna think though.
Oh,
What is
no.
something
Oh no.
they don't know
No.
about us. Have you ever seen Gilmore Girls?
Yes.
We are copy paste Gilmore Girls.
Let's go. What a great show.
And like this is a nice prim drop. We're speaking articulately and we're nice. But we are copy paste a hot mess sometimes.
Let's go. I love it. All right, so you guys
And
can
that
choose
is
the next
something y'all
segment.
don't know.
Choose fun or not fun.
Wait, say that one more time.
Choose either fun or not fun.
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 All right, what are some hobbies that you guys like to do outside of music that has nothing to do with music?
Oh,
Horseback riding.
horseback riding, yeah. I don't know if this is a hobby, but I'm going to school for biology.
Okay. I wouldn't say that's a hobby.
Tennis. I love
Yeah,
playing
she
tennis.
loves tennis.
Tennis and basketball.
Sports.
I'm-
We're big on sports.
Very
Tennis,
cool.
basketball,
No.
volleyball.
Not watching it. Too
Yeah,
much.
playing it.
Playing it.
All right, next segment, choose Mount Rushmore or one artist.
Ooh.
One artist.
Who is the one artist in the world you wish the entire world knew about?
Ooh.
HuneyFire.
Other than yourself, come on now.
I wish an artist that everyone knew about.
Everyone knew about. Oh boy, you're really cracking into the mom brain here.
You know what? To be honest,
Who?
my sister. I'm gonna give her clout here.
Well, say her name.
She's an artist. Her name is Kira Figueroa,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and she's fierce. She does a Tina Turner tribute.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna give my.
Wait, so
I'm
you're
gonna give
doing
her-
Whitney and she's doing Tina?
She's doing Tina.
Let's go.
She's doing Tina. I know it. Yep.
Y'all need to make a
Yep,
movie together. That would be hilarious.
Right.
All right, next segment, choose what the heck or impactful.
What the heck?
What the heck?
All right, what the heck is 5 rapid fire questions, and you just have to tell me the first thing that hits your brain, okay?
Go ahead. That's on you.
That's on me? Okay.
Well,
Go.
you pipe in too if something comes in now, Mom, okay? All right.
I'll go first, you go next.
Look at
All right, number 1, what happens if you get scared half to death twice?
I would scream.
I'm thinking you'd probably only scream the first time.
Yeah. I would freeze.
Okay.
I freeze. She screams. No sound comes out of me.
All right. Number
I bumped
2,
my fist
if you
up.
wrote a book, what would it be about?
High school.
My mother's life.
All right. Number 3, on average, how many times a week do you hurt yourself attempting to dance in the shower?
Oh, geez. Probably 10.
I'm too good once or twice.
Probably 10.
Good. All right. Number 4, let's see here. Which superpower do you wish you had?
Oh, I wish I could read minds.
Shape-shifting.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's a great answer.
Whoa. I wish
right.
I could read minds.
All right, last one. Number 5, you are alive in the 1920s, okay? And you run into
Wait.
So put yourself into the 1920s. You
All right.
somehow run
scared.
into a time traveler. The time traveler has a smartphone, and a Nickelback ringtone comes on his phone. What's your reaction?
What is that?
Nickel. I just felt old.
Wait, are you asking who Nickelback is, or is that your reaction?
You know Nickelback, right?
No, I'm saying if I'm in the 1920s, I would ask them what
That's
is
what
that?
her reaction is.
Oh,
What
that's
is that? Let's go.
Oh, Nickelback.
That's why it's called What the Heck, y'all. That's why we call it that. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
gonna leave it at that.
That's great. All right, next segment. Choose bucket list or fly on the wall.
Fly on the wall.
All right, which
Which
rooms-
That's my dream.
room in history would you like to be a fly on the wall in?
Oh, Motown, where they sign the contracts. I want to go straight in the record label Motown.
Fly on the wall. Okay, here's
I'm
something fancy.
back in the day,
about
though.
me. I'm an extreme like NASA person.
Let's
I
go.
want to be like fly on the wall when they went to the moon. I want to be
So, like in the shuttle.
In the shuttle.
No, just all of it. Like I fly and talking about the meeting.
No, you don't get to fly. You're a shapeshifter. Remember, you didn't choose flying.
Yeah, I want to be right in the office where they used to sign the deals with the Motown artists back in the day.
That's what's up. What
That's
great
my
answers.
wild
All right, next segment. Choose biggest lesson or moment of gravity.
Biggest lesson or moment of gravity. That sounds interesting.
Oh,
All right, moment of gravity. I feel like all of us, we can look back in our lives and kind of pinpoint that one moment that led us on the path that we ended up on and got you where you are today. Can you see what that moment was for you? For each of you?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
What was it?
Heartbreak for sure.
absolutely. That's crazy. Heartbreak.
Really, for both of y'all?
For sure.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And I say my heartbreak because the heartbreak that's in my mind, it taught me everything.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It taught me everything. I would not change it for the world.
Mm-hmm.
I would not have the strength that I have right now. I would not.
Good stuff.
Heartbreak.
All right, next segment is called Grateful. What are the 3 things each of you is most grateful for?
Oh, wow.
The Lord for one.
Amen. His grace.
The grace.
The grace of God for me, for sure, for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Grace of God. I'm grateful for my family.
Yeah. My family.
And I'm grateful for the opportunities that I get to do for myself. Like,
Grateful for just the air I breathe. Is that like
That's
yeah.
a great
be
answer.
alive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Be
so
alive.
cool
Yeah.
that your answers are both spiritual and physical, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the spiritual, just the love for God is number one for us.
Yeah.
There would be nothing else for us if,
Mhm.
that grace wasn't there. So
Good
it's
stuff.
a grounding.
All right, last segment. This might be the toughest one for y'all, though. It's called Who Do You Think You Are? Who is HuneyFire?
Okay.
Who do we think we are as HuneyFire?
Yeah, who is HuneyFire?
Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. HuneyFire is an Afro-Latina mother-daughter country music duo that have definitely put their feet in cement to solidify their voice. For me, we just want to sing our story. That is HuneyFire. We want to express the love that we have inside of us, and maybe other people can relate with it.
Love it.
And a few lives can be changed by it. Who knows? Because all of our things are stemming from experience and for the love of country music.
For the love of music.
Yeah. Yeah, for the love of music. Exactly.
You guys are
So-
both so smart when it comes to the music business, and that goes really. You deserve your flowers, Mom, and your mom before you deserves her flowers, because you guys are learning from each other, and that's where that
Yeah.
brilliance comes from, right? It's generational.
Mhm. Yes.
Thank you.
My mom, she was
She's
just
the
awesome.
beast.
Yes.
She's amazing.
I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Let me tell folks where they can follow along with y'all. It's HuneyFire, as you see on your screen, but I'm going to spell it out for those who are listening rather than viewing. It's HuneyFire, and it is .com. No music or anything in there it's just HuneyFire.com. And it's real simple across their social medias too. It's just at HuneyFire. So whatever your favorite, whatever your favorite platform is, get your butt over there and follow these girls. What would you guys say is the best way for folks to support y'all?
You know what?
Streaming platform.
Stream, share,
Mhm.
let us know you're there. Keep contact with us. Let us know what you think of our music. We want to sing even things that you guys want to hear. So let us know what you think. Be interactive with us.
Yep. Brand new music, September 12th. That'll already be out once this is released. So y'all make sure you're streaming My Country. Both versions of that song will be out already now. And we will have brand new music in a full-length record coming very shortly as well. So you guys make sure you're consuming that. I'll make sure that we're sharing that once it comes out as well. Thank you guys so much for your time and making this happen
Thank you
with me.
so much.
This has been fun. Thank you.
So much fun.
Cool.
So much fun. One of our favorites, actually, I can tell.
Hey, this is Big Joe Walker. Thanks for tuning in to the Boston Chris Show.